how do the Bucks get back in this, considering how the Suns are playing right now, which is basically off the charts?
Well, all right, couple things are going to happen when they go to Milwaukee. It's not just going to be the home cooking and the adrenaline of the crowd. You've got to make some adjustments. They made some for game 2 with regard to how they were playing ball screens. I like that adjustment. They weren't switching as much. They were fighting over more screens. They started there. But now they've got to pay attention to detail in terms of 5 guys being locked in on coming up with long rebounds, on coming up with loose balls. That extra bit of effort and attention to where the basketball is to make sure you limit some of these plays that Phoenix is capitalizing on. So that's first. That's not a technical adjustment. That's just an effort adjustment and a focus adjustment. And then offensively, you're going to have to get more, obviously, out of Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday. If Middleton was pretty good in the first game, he looked like himself, really struggled in game 2, but he hasn't been to the foul line in 2 games. Can't happen. He's their second best offensive player, and it shows you the lack of aggression in trying to get to the basket. Jrue Holiday is another guy they tried to get going at the start of game 2. First play of the game, they ran a set for him to try to get him the first shot. He took 11 shots in the first half. He's just having a very difficult time finishing right now. He's not finding the deep ball either. So if you want to talk about an adjustment, how about their next 2 offensive players showing up at the same time? That would be a big help for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Mike Budenholzer as well. And then defend the three-point line better. They've been giving up too much space, over-helping on penetration, and allowing kickouts at will. And the Phoenix Suns are finding the right guy every time. So there are things Milwaukee can clean up as they go home.
Yeah, and like so many of us said coming into game 2, Giannis needs to step up. Giannis needs to step up. He did exactly that. The supporting cast now has to do their part. Seth, want to bring you in. This Phoenix Suns team, again, playing off the charts. I don't even know how you stop them at this point. But which players stood out to you more than any other in this game?
Well, I think Mikal Bridges. You talk about, I think the Phoenix Suns have a mentality, what I call good, better, best. It's kind of a Villanova philosophy. Give up a good shot to get a better shot to get the best shot. And when you look at Mikal Bridges, what he brings to this team. All right, the ball finds him. He's a terrific cutter. He runs the floor. He's an elite defender. And he makes the right play. But that's just Suns basketball. You know, you look at Devin Booker. Devin Booker took 25 shots yesterday. The guy rarely takes a bad shot. These guys play for each other. They've got tremendous trust. You know, you talk about being connected. They're connected. On the other end, you're talking about a Milwaukee team that Giannis was terrific. And Perk, I got to tell you, I mean, I think Khris Middleton is a great player. But he's no Batman, and he's got to show up if the Bucks are going to have a shot at this thing. Because the one Batman dropped 42 last night. The other guy, whether it's Robin or Alfred the Butler, those 2 guys have got to show up for the Suns to have a shot.
I love that. Perk, I'll take it out to you. Giannis was
Perk,
terrific.
give me a smile.
well, Coach Seth, let me enlighten you on something. You know, when I say a Batman mentality, a Batman is a guy that you could go to down the stretch to close out games. Khris Middleton has been there throughout the playoffs for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Giannis has came in on the post-game conference and said that down the stretch in the 4th quarter, I don't mind Khris Middleton to take over because he's a guy that could knock down timely shots. He's a guy that can create for himself. He's a guy that could walk up to the line and shoot almost 90% from the free throw line, and he has proven it to us throughout this whole entire playoff run, even when Giannis wasn't on the floor. And I'm not taking away nothing that Giannis did last night far as his dominance in the 3rd quarter. But let me tell you something about his dominance in the 3rd quarter. His dominance in the 3rd quarter took away from others, and it fell right into the scheme of things for the Phoenix Suns because the Phoenix Suns said, okay, Giannis, we see you in attack mode, so what we're going to do, some of those baskets were so easy for Giannis, and the Phoenix Suns were allowing him to do it. They said, you know what, we're going to let you do you, and we're going to take away the others. And for the whole entire 3rd quarter, we watched Jrue Holiday and we watched Khris Middleton stand around and watch Giannis go to work. We watched Giannis go to the free throw line, whether he was making 1 out of 2 free throws. So when I say that Batman phrase, I'm saying to a guy that could close the game in the 4th quarter when it matters the most, when it comes down possession by possession, and Giannis haven't showed us that yet.
Look, Perk, I agree with he's got to
Seth.
close, but come on now, Perk. Give me a break. Giannis was phenomenal. They had no answer. I think the big question for this series right now is Torrey Craig is out, obviously Sarik's out. What kind of impact could that have on on the Suns moving forward because they have little depth up front. And let's face it, you played in championship games, right, Perk? A series doesn't start until someone wins a road game.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.